Hey, it's Kylie the Cow Gal with Kows Mini Cows. Today I'm going to show you the gait technique. I get asked a lot how we get halters on. We have a couple different ways, but I do a lot of this type of work on my own, and so this helps so much if you have a gait that you can use. This setup, as you see, we've got a backboard so that the calf can't pop through. I've got a pretty sturdy gait here. You could get clever and put different levers and stuff. I just have mine tied. It works for me, and then I can fit different sizes of calves or cows. This guy here was weaned about 4 days ago, had not been touched since born, and he is really coming along, really gentle. So I'm gonna show you how I use a halter with him. Or how to get a halter on using the gait. Reasons for using this: it makes me feel safer. You have calves that like to kick or like to headbutt. Having this, I can, reach in and kind of mess with them without feeling like I'm gonna get kicked or pushed around. So I really encourage this, especially if you have kind of more wild calves. It'll just make you feel better, which then in return makes them feel better, and you can grow that relationship with them. So I'll show you the halter, getting a halter on now. One thing I see a lot of people do with these rope halters is put them on wrong. They're not the easiest halters really to work with, but when you get them set up, you always want the lead coming off the left side. Most people are right hand dominant, so that's why, and in the show world, that's the side that you stand on. But also how these are built, when this pulls tight, it should pull under the chin, is how it should pull tight. It shouldn't pull tight over the nose. So that's why they have a little bit more cush down under there, whereas up on the nose, if it's coming across tight, it doesn't fit quite how it should. So that is why they should fit how they fit. If you have it coming around on the other side, it's most likely not pulling under their chin, and it is on incorrectly. With this gait, the way it's set up, it's obviously on my the wrong side here, but we make it work. Anytime you have a gait like this, though, you got to watch your arms. If a calf's going to bump up, you got to kind of be aware of where your hands and arms are. But I always kind of reach in. If you can kind of just sneak their nose part in like that, get an ear, get an ear, and then snug her tight. Like I said, with him, he kind of is making it easy, and he's only had a halter on a couple times, so he's my easy student. But you don't want that nose hole too big when you go to put it on, otherwise it did kind of what I had it do, and it slides off. But there you go, you've got it behind the ears how it should fit. The lead is coming off on the left side. Usually what I'll do now that I have him in here is I will tie them. I'll open them up. We tie to sturdy. So we have railroad ties here. I'm not gonna tie to just these little poles. They're held by nails, they can pop off. For those of you who use paneling, make sure that it's the tough paneling, it's not just the standard, because these calves, they'll pull them right down. I've had calves swing gaits into me, they'll get their head in, kind of start to buck in and get gaits swung in, you can get hurt. So if you have something more sturdy, like a railroad tie or heavy welded panels, that's what you're going to want to tie to. And you always want to tie up a little further so that they're not able to step over the rope. My calves like to lay down after a while. Now that I feel like I have some control on him, I'll either tie, if they're a wild one, I will leave them in here tied, and that way I can mess with them, start petting on them, do my flagging technique, which I will show you guys later. But this guy is ready then that you can mess with him. Check and make sure, of course, if it's on the opposite side, that you have it on completely correct. All right, so this is how your halter should look. When you pull on this, it should tighten underneath the chin. It should fit right behind their ears and across the nose. With the halters, we do leave halters on for a while in a safe pen. And so daily I'm checking them. I'm loosening them, making sure the calves aren't getting sores. With these Highlands, they have so much hair, it will kind of pat down the hair there, but it puffs right back up. So yeah, that is how the rope halters fit and how they should be used.